Okay, cool. So, guys, welcome to the Data Science Fast Track course. This is a day 7, and we will be talking about the MySQL part, starting with its installation part. Okay, and we will be ending with this to like I'll be showing you how you can connect your MySQL server in Python and R. So they, basically in Python and R, how you can get the databases, so you can be able to run the multiple machine learning models, and as well as you can go ahead with the you know the different topics to explore. So guys, if we're talking about this particular term, okay, like the analysis of variance, before that I just wanted to explain one more thing, which is nothing but the mode that we like that we got some issues yesterday with that. Okay, and what was the issue yesterday? If you see over here, okay, let me go and run this. Okay, I shared this file with you guys, so you will have this particular file, so you can simply get and download this particular file from the drive. So this is my mode now. Okay, let me just go and import the Titanic data set first. Okay, so first we'll have to import the Titanic data set. For that I'll need the reader library. Let me go and import this. Second thing is that we need the Titanic data, or any data you can simply read. Okay, now okay, yeah, yeah. Let me just go and set the working directory. Okay, because you will find that my current working directory is going to be this. Okay, and this particular file is not in that particular directory. That's why I got the error. So that's why I can simply go and say my current working directory is my day 6 folder. Okay, and I can simply go and read this particular data from that particular directory. This particular directory you can see. So in this particular Titanic data you will see that, okay, like we got some issue yesterday. So, and what was that? So basically, if we're talking about to find out the mode, so there is no specific function, inbuilt function, okay, which is not there in the R studio. Yes, definitely there are few libraries you can access that particular the mode function from that particular library. But if you want, okay, like there is no specific inbuilt function in the R itself, like you will have to access it from any other library. So for that, okay, we just created this particular function yesterday, and there was one problem. Like instead of going with this, okay, I went with this yesterday. So if you see that, okay, this is the main thing, okay, we did yesterday. But if you find that, okay, if you are using match, which means that I'll have to add this, both will have to match this term with this. Okay, then only we can able to find out the maximum value from it, right? So this small curly bracket, okay, because of this particular bracket we got the error, this particular bracket. So instead of adding this bracket over here, we'll have to add the bracket from here over here, right? So that's what we did. Okay, this thing over here, and you will find that we got the mode. Like if you wanted to check with any other column, so for that, let's say this is my fair column, I just wanted to check with it. So if you find that, okay, in the let's say structure of my Titanic data, so you will find that, okay, here we can find out the mode of the numeric data. So let's say we can go and find out the mode of this particular P class. Okay, we just find out the mode of the P class. So what we can do, we can simply go over here and we can simply put the P class inside it. Okay, let's go and run this, and here you can see the mode of the P class is going to be the 3. Okay, 3 is nothing but the third class, and you will find that in the in the visualization we saw this, like the in the third class there are more number of passengers are there in the Titanic ship, right? So that is nothing but the mode. Okay, maximum number of time this 3 value repeated in the data, right? So you can go and find out the mode by using this particular function. Okay, there was only one, you know, uh, typo is there. Okay, now after this, okay, like few few are facing some issues with the, didn't understand the analysis of variance. So for that, okay, if you see over here, okay, I'm just going to read my data, which is nothing but the WC80 data set. Okay, now guys, here you can see that, okay, after reading the data, what I'm doing, I'm just applying the attach method. Okay, so basically, okay, for, extracting the column, for getting the access of the column from the data, okay, what we are doing, we are just using this kind of code, the data name dollar and that particular column name that we wanted to extract from the data set, right? Now here what we are doing, we are simply using the attach method and that particular data name, which means that now instead of using this particular line of code, we can simply use the column name, right? So that's what we are doing by using this particular function. So after executing this attach method, let me go and build the regression model. You see, I'm building the regression model over here, right? So see, after building the regression model, let me go and show you the summary, right? Okay, like if you didn't understand what regression model is, so you can simply go ahead and check our previous recordings. Okay, then you will definitely understand what regression model is. Okay, like we clearly explained this all the terms in the previous session. Okay, so let's go and see the summary. So this is my summary of the regression, right? So if you see that this is my formula, okay, here my aim is to, build the model which can predict the adipose tissue area, which means AT area, from the waist column. Waist is nothing but the waist circumference, right? Now here you can see that this is nothing but the residuals summary. Okay, residual summary, which means the error in my regression model. You will find that, like if we see, let me show you this thing in the whiteboard so you can understand in a better way. Let me go and search for the whiteboard. Okay, let me open it. Like if you know, like in the previous session we created one scatter plot for the regression, right? So in that particular scatter plot, okay, I just mentioned the few things. Okay, and what are those? Like I mentioned this thing, let me create the scatter plot. Okay, any random scatter plot I'm just creating over here. Okay, this is my data set. If you see, okay, see, this is my data set. Okay, this is my regression line, right? And see, there is some difference, okay, there is some distance between my original data points. These are my original data points, and you will find that the predicted data points. See, we just, okay, if we are creating the line of the regression, which means, okay, this line is nothing but the line of prediction, or you can say that the regression line. Okay, and the equation for this particular line is going to be the y hat equal to our beta naught plus beta 1 x. Okay, these all nothing but the estimated now because we created the line, right? So this difference is going to be the residual, we can say, right? Also you can say that the error. Okay, so if you see over here, okay, this particular summary, so this summary is for the residual. Understood? Now second table is for the coefficients. Like as we mentioned in the previous session, the like the again the in Python, the second table is nothing but the table of, T table. So from that you can define the whether your columns are significant or not. So you can check each and every your column, okay, and its significance, right, in the particular model. Okay, how significant this column is for building our machine learning model, which is nothing but the regression equation, you can say. Okay, So here from the p-value of this particular t-test, you can see that. So basically, if we are saying if the p-value is less than 0.05, that is nothing but our, the threshold value most of the time. Okay, maximum number of time we will be using this particular value 0.05. Okay, and this value here, which is very much less. Okay, you see that the value is less than 2 into e raised to minus 16, which means that there are, okay, after decimal point you will find that the 16 zeros. So you will find that this value is absolutely less than this particular value. So we can say that this particular column is very much significant for, making the prediction about the AT column, right? The AT column you can see over here. After that, you will find that the residual standard error. Okay, residual standard error, because we just calculate the standard deviation of the residual. That's why you will see that the standard error is here. Okay, the degrees of freedom, we like, as we mentioned the degrees of freedom about the residual in Python. Okay, this is the same thing, right? Like if we go and, explain this each and every topic again, it will take, lot of time. So like we discussed this all in the previous session, so you can simply go and check those recording. Right now, after this you will find that the r square, which is nothing but 0.67 adjusted r square. Okay, we already explained these terms. Now, okay, our main topic is this thing. Okay, is this thing, which is nothing but the F statistics. Okay, so in the analysis of variance, let me just go and run the ANOVA over here. Okay, this is nothing but the analysis of variance. So if we're talking about the ANOVA, so you can see that ANOVA also giving me the F value. Okay, and the, the value is nothing but the 217.28, right? So here you can see that we got the same value, 217.3, and this value is same. Okay, because this value is in the one, one decimal point, this value is in two decimal points. Okay, but if you see these two values are same. Okay, the degrees of freedom is also same. You can see 1 and 107 right over here. And after this, if you see the p-value for this, you will see the p-value which is again less than this particular value, 2.2 into e raised to minus 16. So which means that, okay, like, why to understand ANOVA? ANOVA is nothing but the, how we can say, actually this is not the 2 into e raised to minus 16 is there, minus 16, not the plus 16. Okay, if this value plus 16, so you can, okay, let me show you. Okay, the 2.2 into e raised to minus 16. I hope this work. Yeah. E raised to exponential xp minus 16. Okay. Now here you can see. Now if you see this value is very much, again, if you see this value, here we got the term which is nothing but the, the minus 0.7. So if you see that the 0.7, so let me show you. Okay, the 2.2 into e raised to minus 0.7, or let's say our original value is 16. So you will find this value like this. Okay, 0.123 up to 15 times 0, and then this 2 value over here, because this 2 value is, is the previous value. Okay, here starting from here you will find that the, the decimal point. So after this value, here you will see the 2 like this. Okay, so you will find that this all the 0 which are nothing but the 16 0. Okay, so this value is absolutely less than 0.05 if you see. Understood, right? So that is the thing over here. Okay, now after this, if you see this particular, okay, thing, okay, the, the output for the regression and output for the analysis of variance, okay, in the name itself we are dealing, okay, we are talking about the variance term. Okay, now variance is nothing but we'll have to check whether our model is significant or not, right? as I told you in the previous session, this F statistics, why we are using this, we are checking this to understand our model is significant or not. So here, how we got this value, that's what we are understanding in this particular table. Okay, in this particular table, if you see over here, this table, so let me go over here and then I'll show you the ANOVA table over here. ANOVA table over here. So you will find that these are nothing but the features over here, starting with our intercept. Then you will find that the column 1, column 2, depending upon the how many columns you have. This is a column 1, column 2, you will see. Okay, in our case there are only 2 columns, that's why. Then we have the total over here. Then you will find that the degrees of freedom is there. Okay, so if you go over here and you can see we got the one value over here. Okay, and here we have how many values, how many degrees of freedom is there, 107. And if you see our total data, so total data points are 109. So here you will find that, okay, here you will find that the degrees of freedom, okay, so for this particular point you will find that the degrees of freedom is 1. Okay, for this particular point you will find that the degrees of freedom is going to be the, you know, now these are not the, you know, the feature. This is, okay, let me just remove this. So let's go over here and here you will find that this is for the regression. Okay, and here you will find that this is for the residual or simply the error term, you can say. So this is going to be the total. You will find that this is total n minus 1 and this is going to be the n minus k. Now what is k? So here if you see we have the, okay, 100, okay, 109, okay, minus k, which means 2, means total number of the parameter estimated, beta naught and beta 1. So that's why you will find that the 109 minus, okay, 2, which is nothing but the 107. And here you will find that the 108 value, which is not over here in this particular table. But if you go ahead and see the analysis of variance table, you see the value like this. Okay, like this kind of table you will see. Now after that you will see the sum of square. Okay, sum of square due to regression. Okay, sum of square due to regression. Then second is sum of square due to residual, if you see, right? And here you will find that the sum of square due to total, right? SST is there. So if you go and see, so sum of square due to regression, okay, plus sum of square due to residual is going to be your sum of square due to total. Now why I'm writing this particular thing, because we just calculated this r square from this particular term, like 1 minus, okay, sum of square due to residual, okay, divided by sum of square due to total. So we can go and we can our, okay, update this formula as like this: sum of square due to regression divided by sum of square due to total as well. Okay, this is also the our, you know, the formula. So you can't say that this is my correct formula and this is wrong. So both the formulas are the r square formula. This is how you can calculate the r square. Now second thing is that we have the mean sum of square, MSS, right? So again, for finding the mean sum of square, just find out this SSR, okay, regression divided by 1 because of this value. Okay, then SS residual divided by n minus k, which in our case 107. And then if we wanted to find out the f value of f statistics, okay, so you will see that the distribution, you know, the f distribution follows two parameters, okay, the n1 and n2 parameters. If you see, just go and you will see the symbol like this: f follows the n1 comma n2. Okay, this kind of symbol. Okay, so if you see, so you can simply find out the f statistics by using this sum of square due to regression, okay, mean sum of square due to regression, okay, divided by mean sum of square due to error, you can see, or residual we can see, okay. And that's how this follows the n1 minus this particular, okay. Now here you can see n1 is going to be the 1 because we are using in the first the this particular term na. So that's why you will see that the instead of this you can simply write the 1, okay. And here means sum of square due to residual, that's why here you can see the 107, okay, this particular term. So if you know to find out the the value for this, okay, the f value, the statistical table is there. If you go and see the statistical table is there, so we have the statistical table for normal distribution, for t distribution, for f distribution. So you can go and check and find out the value for this f1 and 107, okay. You will get some value, okay. And you can compare this particular value, this our this f value, okay, 270, okay, this 217 value, you can simply. So okay, like for that we will okay, we'll have to know how you can go and okay, first thing you should have the table for that, okay. And those table are available in the form of pdf on the net, okay. Second thing is that like we don't have to check this with each and every time, we don't have to compare these. For that we can simply see the p value, right? And the the understanding for the p value is if the p value is less than 0.05, so you can simply say that our model is significant by using just f statistics, or here you can say that the f value, you can say, or the analysis of variance from this. So that's how you can go and simply make your decision, because this is okay. If you go and check these, so for that we need the the multiple things. This is a the part of the hypothesis testing. Hypothesis testing, you can see. And here for hypothesis testing, what we need null hypothesis, we need alternative hypothesis. So we can say that okay, our model is significant, model is significant, we can say, right? And here you can see our model is not significant, is not, we can simply see significant like this, okay. So this is our term, and that we are checking over here in the analysis of variance, right? Analysis of variance. So that is the simple thing, okay. And guys, the one more thing, okay, like as I am, as we mentioned in the agenda, okay, like the time series analysis, right? So without further ado guys, okay, we can simply go ahead and like we were talking about the time series analysis, okay. So guys, okay, we will be talking about the time series analysis, okay, in the project, so you will understand in a good manner, okay. We'll use one data science project and I'll show you how you can do your time series analysis. So basically there are a lot of things in the time series analysis. Like there are multiple models of the time series analysis itself, like the auto regressive model, moving average model, auto regressive integrated moving average model. So for understanding these many multiple things, okay, like now after this, okay, uh, let us go our topic, which is nothing but you can see MySQL 1, okay. Now guys, like we were talking about the our today's agenda. So if we're talking about the agenda of the today's session, so you can see that we will be talking about the MySQL, okay. Like I guess many of you who know about this, many of you maybe don't know about this, okay. So don't worry, we'll be starting from the scratch, like from the download we'll be talking about. Then we will be talking about what the relational database is, okay, and its concepts. Then we'll go and see the MySQL syntax and queries, how you can write the different queries over there. We'll be talking about the aggregation function, then what are the multiple joins are there, so you can use these joins to integrate your data multiple tables. Okay, you can use a multiple tables and you can write your query by using the multiple joins, right? Then we will be talking about the subqueries and views in SQL. Okay, and then after that we'll be talking about how you can connect your MySQL in Python and R. Okay, and then like in the session itself we'll be talking about how you can work with the data in the MySQL, so which means that we'll be applying the multiple queries on the data set. That is nothing but the working with data in MySQL, right? So guys, without further ado, let's go and let me show you how you can download the MySQL over there in your system. So for that, what we need, just open your browser, right? So this is my browser. Simply go and use the MySQL download. Okay, that's it. You can simply go and you know use this. Now here you can see that the multiple things. Okay, MySQL downloads. Okay, so let's go into the main link and I'll show you to how you can download the MySQL installer, right? Okay, now here you can see, okay, basically try free. Okay, not this one. Okay, if you go over here you can simply go and use this. Okay, now basically in that you will find that this is going to be the MySQL community downloads. So basically if we, okay, what we need, we want to download the MySQL installer for Windows, right? There are multiple things are there. So here you can see that the MySQL installer, which is 2.4 MB, and here we have the MySQL installer, which is going to be the the this 437 MB. So you can download this particular thing and install it in your system. So installation part is again very much simple. You have to go and next like that. Okay, now here you can see, okay, in that, now basically I can simply go over here and see, like if you wanted to go ahead, like I'm doing it for you guys. Okay, I just wanted to show you like how you can go and like, or maybe you can go ahead with the in that you will find that the multiple products of the MySQL. So here, okay, what we need, like first we need the workbench to run our query, right? Second thing is that we need to connect the MySQL with the Python and R. For that we need the MySQL server. Okay, these two products we need. So you can simply go and install this, right, in your system. So like if you just go over here and you will see the something like this, select products. Okay, if you go click to the next, so in between that you will find out the products, right? So here you can see MySQL server. So what you can do, you can simply go over here and add the latest server over here. So what I'm doing, I can simply go over here, I can add the latest server over here. Okay, in over here you can see, like I already installed it, so that's why it is uh, showing me like this. Now here you can see that I didn't use this because I installed the upgraded version, which is this one. Okay, this one I just install. So that's why you will see that the all the things which are like I'm not able to select this because I already installed this. Now if you see the second thing, so I can able to put this over here, right? I can able to put this particular server over here, but I already installed this, so no need to install this again. So for you can simply go and you can do this. Okay, so first you can go over here, MySQL server. You can go over here and you can simply add this and add the latest server, this one. Okay, now this is about the server. What about the applications of the MySQL? So here you can see we have the different applications of the MySQL. Like I install this MySQL workbench. Okay, workbench. So I install this particular thing. You can simply go put this and you can put this particular arrow. Okay, which one? This arrow you can put. You will see that the your MySQL version, workbench will be over here, and you can go with the next, right? Now after this, okay, like we don't need to install any other thing, okay, like we don't need to install these all the things, okay, like we need only two things, server and workbench, okay, that's it. Now after this, okay, just try to install that. Now if you see over here, okay, let me like show you this thing, like these are my products, okay. Like for that, many times you will find that we will have to, here you will have to add the password in that, okay. You will have to name, okay. You don't have to make any changes with the clicks and all, just go to the next. But like meanwhile that you will, okay, like it will, okay, tell you that just put the password and the username. So at that time, don't use the, username with like the, like you can go ahead with your name and all, but don't use any different username, because, okay, like once you forgot that particular username, which means that you can't, access this particular MySQL, that particular your account, you know. So that is the first thing. Second thing is that, okay, like as I, the you will have to add the username and password. So like for me, like I added the username as a root, and the password is also root, okay. Because, okay, I'll have to, each and every time, like I'll have to, remember this particular password and username. So for that I just go with the root, right? So you can go with the same as well if you want, okay. But if you go ahead and with your name, with any other password, so the thing is that, okay, you can't recover the password if you forgot. So which means that you never able to access the database that you created in the MySQL. You will have to create the new account, and you will have to, create your new databases then, okay. That is the issue over here. So that's why create the password which you can remember, okay, always. That is the thing. Now after installing it, okay, uh, you can simply go over here, okay, and you will find that the one folder which is automatically will be there, like this MySQL, okay. You will see that the MySQL command line is there, MySQL command line Unicode is there, the MySQL installer community version is there, you will find, and the workbench is there, okay. This is my workbench. So let's go and open the workbench.